Lexi. Hey guys, thanks for coming to my channel. This is my Euphoria Season 2 finale review. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I could definitely use the subscribers. Thank you. So let's get into it. All right, so season finale of Euphoria. It was meh to me. It was meh to me. I liked season 1 a lot better, I'm not gonna lie. I liked the finale of season 1 a lot better. I liked, the writing of season 1 a lot better. I liked the way the pacing was better. But the cinematography and all that in this season was just as good as season 1. The conclusion to this season left a lot of stuff open for season 3. So there's a lot of things that we didn't get answers to that are definitely going to go into season 3, for sure. So first I'll start off with the fight. I'll start off with Cassie running up on stage to Lexi's play, which I knew that was going to happen. She was going to try to, come for Lexi, and she embarrassed the crap out of herself. She embarrassed herself because Lexi wasn't doing it to throw out everybody's dirty laundry. She was doing it because she's a writer, like her mom said. She's a writer. She was expressing her life and herself, and she also expressed her insecurities for herself and, came down on herself as well as others. She was judging people, yeah, but she was also judging herself. She was judging her life and trying to retell it as her being the narrator. So I liked the play. I didn't think that it was wrong of her. I mean, it is what it is. When you're in high school, you think everything's the end of the world, and that's just how Cassie reacted to everything. So I love the fact that Maddie got to put them hands on her, and she did her into the locker, pushed her head into the into the wall or whatever, what she's known for, banging bitches up against something. So we saw her bang a chick up into the locker and into a window, so that was pretty funny. But I feel like Cassie should have got her ass beat more. I feel like she should have got her ass beat to where she wouldn't even have the audacity to sit there across from Maddie and say, oh, what's funny? Nate broke up with me right before this. If I was Maddie, I would have been like, bitch, I don't give up. What the hell are you keep talking to me about? And Maddie goes, oh, this is just the beginning. And you know what? I think Maddie's maturity level, yeah, she just semi beat up Cassie, but at the end of the day, I feel like Maddie's maturity level is getting better, and she's more on a maturity level of Lexi at this point. And hopefully they could be friends or something, but Maddie is just over it, and you can tell, and I'm glad. And Cassie, she's just gonna continue to be a dumb bitch. The fact that she even said that to Maddie after she got banged up a little bit. Oh yeah, Nate broke up with me right before. That's the fun. Maddie doesn't care about Nate. She cares about you, bitch. Obviously she cared about Nate, but not as much as her. So it's why are you even still bringing that up? Shut the hell up. Anyways, so next season, I think Cassie is gonna still be involved. Maddie, I think next season might move, or she might be pushed back a little bit, which sucks because I came to really like Maddie this season, but whatever. Rue in the stands watching, and her conversations with Lexi were really good. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed that she was trying to tell Lexi hey, your dad might want to be there for you, but the drugs just don't allow for that sometimes. So that was a nice little conversation. The song that Elliot played, it was a nice song or whatever, but it was really too long. They dragged it out, and the fans are dragging that song right now and dragging that part. And to me, it was just dragged on. If they would have shortened it a little bit, it would have been a lot better, but they had that going on way too long. So that was boring. I was getting bored after the first couple moments of that. I was all right, can we get over this already? Okay, so besides the Cassie and Maddie fight and the Cassie explosion or whatever, the other two big conclusions or semi-conclusions or continuations that were actually interesting were Fez and Ashtray, obviously, and they intertwined that a little bit with Cal and Nate, which was, in my opinion, a mistake. They should have had Fez and Ashtray shit completely separate, because it was we cared way more about, well, I cared way more about that, and I'm pretty sure like the general fan base cared way more about Fez and Ashtray situation than Nate and Cal. And that was a little weird. Like the Nate and Cal thing was a little rushed and didn't make too much sense to me. I didn't understand why Nate all of a sudden like was gonna turn him into the cops. Like, why didn't he do that a long ass time ago? Maybe just seeing that play, I don't know why seeing that play triggered him into turning his dad into the cops. But it is very disturbing and very sad that Nate had such a terrible experience with those tapes and his father growing up, and the dreams that he's had of his father assaulting him the way that he saw his father, you know, do to people on those tapes is really sad and devastating and like heartbreaking, because Nate has suffered extremely and he's a shitty person because of the things that he's gone through and the experiences he's had. And maybe next season they'll try to turn him around. They'll try to put him with Jules. We didn't get much of Jules at all, which is really fine because I didn't really care for her this season anyway. But the big moment of the episode was, you know, the Fez, the Ashtray, and the Faye situation. So it starts off with homie has the phone there, you know, and they're listening to the conversation. Faye comes through, the bitch comes through, she drops the, you know, the glass and it breaks, and she tells Fez, shh, because the cops are listening. And Fez right away, he's like, gosh dang it, man. Like, he's up against the wall, you know. He's like, shit, this is fucked up. This is messed up. You know, he's about to get set up. That homie, he's sketchy. Fez already knew that dude was sketchy. He didn't like him. He ended up like messing with Faye much more than him, I believe. So Faye decides she's gonna throw Lori under the bus. So she goes, oh yeah, Lori's the one that killed Mouse. Lori's the one that did it, right? Or the one that sells drugs and all of that. And like Fez is like looking at Faye because he's not saying shit. At this point, it's all on Faye doing that. So Fez is like, damn, like, all right, you know, cool, thanks. Like, let's go with this. Unfortunately, Ashtray has his little knife and he freaking stabs Mouse's homie or whatever his name is. And yeah, he dies, and Fez tries to take the fall for him, and Ashtray's not having it. And Ashtray is a straight up product of his environment. He's a thug. He's a menace. Like, Ashtray is no good, down and dirty thug. Like, he straight up shot at the police, accidentally shot Fez, freaking straight up killed an officer right there. Like, and the whole time he looks scared shitless. Like, in his eyes, he looks so scared. And you know, Fez is screaming. There's a kid in there. There's a kid in here. And all I'm thinking is like, oh, Fez, now he's a kid. Now you're saying there's a kid in here. I thought he was just your business partner, right? You can't have it both ways. Like, Fez doesn't know how to raise a kid. All he knows is how to raise a kid according to his grandmother that raised him, which is raising him like a straight up thug, drug dealing thug. So that's all he ever really showed Ashtray, and he showed Ashtray love and protection, but like at the same time didn't, because in that moment Fez like had this, you know, realization, like, I have to take the fall for Ashtray. He's just a kid. And he's screaming, you know, crying, oh, there's a kid in here. Like, he did a great performance. And Ashtray is not a kid. Ashtray is a thug, and he's a product of environment. He does everything that he knows, which is being a thug and selling drugs. Like, the fact that he straight up shot at those police officers shows he doesn't have any type of societal, like, understanding. Like, he doesn't know anything but what he's been around his whole life. He wouldn't know what to do what would he have done if he walked out and like left and let Fez take the fall for him? He wouldn't know what to do. What is he gonna go do? Go enroll in school or something? Like, no, he doesn't even have shit. Ashtray has nothing except for Fez. So in his mind, right there, right then, was his life, and that's it. You know, he didn't give no fucks. He's a straight up menace. Like, that was sad. That was real sad. And in slow motion, when it had the dot coming up and, you know, they showed off screen him dying, it was real slow motion, but I'm sure it happened fast. And right in front of Fez just saw his only, you know, really family just die like that right in front of his eyes. So that was that was sad. But Fez was a straight up thug, and like, that's what happens. I mean, there's no living a double life for Fez. He thought he could protect him and, like, you know, take the rap for him and all that, but screaming, oh, maybe they'll leave it because he's a kid. And it's like, you know, yeah, he's a kid, but he's really not a kid, and he's doing all this shit that's gonna get him killed. And when you kill a police officer like that, point blank, you're done, you know, you're done. So he got what was coming to him, and that's all he knew, unfortunately. Is it Ashtray's fault? No. I mean, it's not his fault. His mom was a junkie and left him with a fucking drug dealer, right? Like, he has no family. His grandma that adopted him, and Fez is the only family he has. So, unfortunately, that's how he died, and Fez, we'll see what happens. Fez is either going to go to jail, or he's going to get out, or he's going to get off, and Lori's going to go to jail for Mouse's murder. So we'll see. That could be a reason why we didn't see Lori show up and get Rue, because maybe she's in jail. Maybe they freaking went and got her ass as soon as that raid happened, immediately. If I were to guess, season 3 is gonna start off with Lori snatching up Rue right from Rue walking out of that theater room when she's by herself at the very end of the season, and she's talking about how she stayed clean the rest of the school year. I think season 3 is gonna start off with Rue walking out of there, and Lori's gonna snatch her up. And if season 3 doesn't start off like that, it's gonna be Lori in jail, and she gets out because she's gonna have an alibi for that murder, guaranteed. And I don't think they can just go and raid her just based off of that conversation. Maybe they can, I don't know. But if Lori goes to jail, someone's gonna come after Rue. Everybody's like, oh, there's no consequences for that, what the hell? Like, no, there's gonna be. And I don't know if you watched my last video, but in my last video I straight up said there's consequences for that shit. It could be years later, but they're coming. So there will definitely be a continuation of that into season 3. We didn't get any of Gia, we didn't get any of Leslie. So in my opinion, season 3 is gonna be Gia and Leslie, and you know what goes on with them. I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. So yeah, that was my review of episode 8, season 2 of Euphoria. I hope you guys liked this show. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time for my Batman review tomorrow night. I am so damn excited. Thanks for watching. Bye.